It is the year AD 2055, and time travel to the past has been realized and is now commonplace for commercial companies to take paying customers back to any time in history. The excursions vary, but are driven and designed solely for customer demand. For time travel has become a profitable, albeit risky, venture. Some are driven to the past to relive their glory days. Some to see a relative that has passed on. For some, it's purely historical, but for others, well, you will see soon enough that lures leads us to the older times, the wilder times, the times before civilized man built a stronghold on the earth. Before I get to that, a note about the delicate matter of traveling back in time. Any misstep could let loose a tidal wave of change, Pandora's box of uncertainty, and change the face of the current world as we know it. Sounds risky, right? Well, the profits are far too great, and the government has invested far too much to turn back now. We are in too deep, they say. There are those, however, who oppose of time travel in every shape and form. Who is right? Who is wrong? That is the real society. And now, to our story. You are about to meet Mr. and Mrs. Eccles. Mr. Eccles is about to take a very special trip into the past. To get him there, he has chosen the company Time Safari Inc., a well-established time travel corporation that has been in business for years. Let's take a peek and see how Eccles is currently faring.
Look, out of chars and ashes, out of dust and coals, like golden salamanders, the old years, the green years, might leap. Suns rise in western skies and setting glorious seas. All, everything, returning to the fresh death, the seed death, the green death, to the time before the beginning. Unbelievable! I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Yes, well, I have been hearing about it for what feels like forever, so I win. You know the only reason I'm funding this madness is because I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. I mean, $10,000 to go back into the past? Outrageous if you ask me.
Yes, dear. I know, dear.
Well, are we just going to stand here, or are we going to go inside? You know I canceled lunch with the ladies for this.
Time travel is dangerous. You're messing with forces you can't even believe to understand.
No time travel, no peace.
Days of yours should be seen no more.
It's called the past for a reason, buddy.
Welcome to Time Safari. You must be Mr. and Mrs. Eccles. Welcome. We've been expecting you. You are late. We thought you might have gotten cold feet.
You should have seen him all last night and this morning, running to the bathroom. Stomach issues. Because of nerves. You know, I said for years he wasn't cut off this little thing, but he insisted. Cancel lunch with the ladies indeed.
Ah, yes. Well, Mrs. Eccles, perhaps Mr. Eccles remembers that there is a no return fee on the deposit you made 6 months ago. So sorry about the charade outside. Those activists have been trying to put me on business for weeks. Right this way. Have a seat here. Initial here, and you should be all set. After we collect the rest of the $10,000 fee. Of course, I still believe you owe $5,000. Oh, by the way, this is Carla Kramer. She's a 3-time returning customer, hoping to get her shot off first this time.
So, you're Eccles? Stay out of my way, okay? I'm the returning vet. I get the first shot. If you get in my way, I'll make sure you stay out of my way. Savvy?
Oh, now, Carla. There is more than enough to go around. If you're all set with your paperwork, we can go and get you suited up.
Does the safari guarantee I come back alive?
We guarantee nothing, except the dinosaurs. Now, the fee.
Honey? You know, this really is a waste of money in my opinion. Do you realize that
9,500 sound.
Please, there is no power on this earth that made me want to go back to Jurassic period. A time best left alone, if you ask me. No civilization to speak of.
Actually, Mrs. Eccles, the dinosaurs lived in the late Cretaceous period, around 80, 85 million
Yes,
years
yes,
ago.
can we please get on with it?
Right this way.
Unbelievable! A real time machine. Makes you think. If the elections had gone badly yesterday, I might be here now running away from the results. Not just trying to shoot a dinosaur. Thank goodness Keith won. He'll make a fine president of the United States.
Yes, we are lucky. If Christoph had gotten in, we'd have the worst kind of dictatorship.
Yes, there's an anti-everything man for you. A militarist, anti-human, intellectual, anti-time travel.
Don't people say we're joking but not joking? Say, if Christoph had gotten in, you want to go live in 1492.
Of course, it's not our business to conduct escapes, but to form safaris. Right, Mr. Corp? Anyway, Keith is president now, so all you've got to worry about is...
Shooting my dinosaur.
Yes, yes, but can we please get on with it? Although, if you ask me, Christoph seemed like a fine candidate. We could use a little order in this chaotic world.
So, you're here to get your raptor, huh? The most intelligent monster in history.
You know, if anything happens to you, we're not responsible. Those dinosaurs are hungry.
Mr. Eccles, this is Travis, one of our most distinguished guides. He and Les Prince will be your team leaders on the safari. And this is Williamson, our scientist and comedian.
Trying to scare me, like it's that hard.
Frankly, yes. You want anyone who'll go back and panic at the first shot? There's no telling how much damage you can cause doing that. Very touchy business this is. You know, last year, 6 safari leaders were killed, and a dozen
We're
hunters.
here to give you the biggest thrill a real hunter ever asked for. Traveling you bet 60 million years to bag the biggest game in all of time. If you don't think you can handle it, your personal check's still here. Tear it up if you like, and this will be nothing more but a continued fantasy.
There's no need for that. It's fine. You are fine, right? Yes, you are. Let's get them suited up and armed. Mrs. Eccles, you can go away in the reception area at this time.
Well, good luck, I guess, and try not to make a fool out of yourself, and be careful and all that.
Yes, dear. I will, dear. See you soon. And thank you.
Mr. Corp, we really need to talk about equipment.
Not now, Williamson, not now.
Yes, sir, but we really need to address this issue soon. The equipment I'm working with is out of date. We really need this done.
Williamson, why do I pay you? Why do I put up with having you here? It's to fix the equipment we do have. Not spending a cent investing in top-line shenanigans we don't need. The new regulations are fluff. We have never had a problem. Have we? Have we?
No, sir, not yet.
That's right. No, sir. Now get back to work or we'll have a problem.
Excuse me, Mr. Corp, but do we have a problem? Because I have paid $10,000, and if we're not getting what I paid for, well then
Mrs.
I will...
Eccles, I assure you, you are getting nothing but the best. The scientist is simply awarded one. Right, Williamson?
Right, right. Ms. Eccles, you have nothing to worry about. We'll get your husband back here safe and sound.
A quandary we seem to have here. Safari about to embark in possibly faulty equipment to boot. Perhaps your time safari. Mr. Corp is not as concerned with customer safety as he is with making as much money as possible. The thing is, what Mr. and Mrs. Eccles, along with the rest of the garden customers don't know, is the equipment is in fact out of date and has not been upgraded since time travel has begun. There have, in fact, been many advancements in that time, along with many mandatory government updates. The thing is, Mr. Corp has been pulling the wool over the eyes of the government since the beginning. How'd you ask? Well, it seems as though he's had a government agent on his payroll for quite some time
you go, Eccles. Your gun. Don't turn it on until we tell you to. And don't point it at anyone either.
Sorry. Got it.
Mr. Eccles, this is our other group member, Bill Billings. This is Bill's first time, too.
Bit of a cupcake, eh? Seems a little out of place, does he not?
This is my first time with Time Safari, but this ain't my first rodeo hunt show. Yet here, I bagged a raptor not a week ago with Past Gen Safari Co., but they got some sissy rule about customers only coming back once a month. Some sort of preventive, mental, emotional mumbo-jumbo.
Well, actually, Mr. Billings.
Call me Bill. Mr. Billings was my father.
Okay, Bill. What I'm saying that it isn't mumbo jumbo. Quite a few people have had mental breaks and spending too much time in the past. That's why our workers work 1 week on, 1 week off, and undergo rigorous psychological evaluation.
As I said, sissy stuff. Thankfully, Time Safari Inc. doesn't bother with such nonsense. That's why I'll be giving my money to them from now on.
That's great.
Williamson, Travis, can we have a pre-safari meeting if we could? You three can stay back here.
And don't touch anything.
My goal is to kill as many raptors as I can. Biggest rush ever.
Yes, we get it. You're a macho man, big muscles and all. But let me tell you what I told Eccles here. No one is getting in my way this time. Not even you, Haas. It's my time.
Look here, princess. None of that's guaranteed. Whoever gets the first shot is pure luck.
What did you just call me? Princess? Who you calling princess? I eat brutes like you for breakfast.
Listen, sweetheart, I was killing animals, going on safaris before you were a twinkle in your father's eye.
All right, that's it, Bill. I'll fight you right now, and I can say I took down 2 wild animals today.
Hey, I don't think we should.
Yeah, you're right. Not worth it.
All right, we're about ready to go. But we need to go over some ground rules first. When we get back to the path, there's a metal path that floats just above the ground and doesn't touch so much as 1 blade of grass, flower, or tree. Its purpose is to keep you from touching the world of the past in any way. Stay on the path. I repeat, stay on the path. And don't shoot any animal we don't say to.
Why?
We don't want to change the future. We don't belong there in the past. The government doesn't really like us there. We have to pay big graft to keep our franchise because, well, a time machine like that is finicky business. Without knowing it, we could kill a small bird, a roach, even a flower, thus destroying an important link in a growing species.
That's not clear.
All right, say we accidentally kill 1 mouse here. That means all future families of this 1 particular mouse are destroyed, right?
Right.
And all the families of that 1 mouse, with the stomp of your foot, you annihilate first 1, then a dozen, thousand, million, billion possible mice.
What gives? A tiny mouse? Come on. Real men don't worry about stuff like that.
Real men do if they participate in this safari, Bill. You have no idea what you could cause in our present state.
That's just the kind of mumbo-jumbo those protesters are spewing.
He's right, Bill. We have no idea what the implications could be if we change something while we're back there. Something just as small as a mouse can change the entire world as we know it.
She's right. In all seriousness, we only take you if you agree to these terms. No shooting any animal we don't okay, and stay on the path. Are we agreed, or do we need to send 1 of you packing?
Agreed.
Fine.
Yes, but not even 1 blade of grass. What if it's an accident?
Eccles, look, touch nothing. Only shoot the animals we say to, and stay on the path. What's so hard to understand about that?
Look, Eccles, we are ever so careful. Our bodies, these suits, our equipment, the time machine, even the path are all sterilized before the journey, as you know. And we wear these oxygen helmets so that we don't introduce our bacteria into an ancient atmosphere. Everything we do can have consequences and can cause ripples through time.
move on, I think you all really need to understand the seriousness of that mouse situation. So, as Mr. Travis stated, say we accidentally kill one mouse here. That means all the future families of this one particular mouse are destroyed, right? Well, hear this. What about the foxes that will need those mice to survive? For one of 10 mice, a fox dies. For one of 10 foxes, a lion starves. For one of a lion, all manner of vultures, insects, infinite billions of life forms are thrown into chaos and destruction. Eventually, it all boils down to this. 59 million years later, a caveman, one of a dozen in the entire world, goes hunting saber-tooth tiger or wild boar. But you, my friend, have stepped on all the tigers in that particular region by stepping on one single mouse. So the caveman stars. This caveman, please note, is not just any expendable man. No, he's an entire future nation. From his loins could have sprung 10 sons, from their loins 100, and thus honor to a civilization. Destroy this one man, you destroy a people, a race, an entire history of life. It is comparable to slaying some of Adam's grandchildren. But the stomp of your foot on one mouse could start an earthquake, which could shake our earth and destinies down to their very foundations. With the death of one caveman, a billion others, yet unborn, are throttled in the womb. You step on a mouse, and you leave your print, like the Grand Canyon across eternity, ripples through time.
The T-Rex is marked with red paint. Today, before our journey, we sent L'Esperantier back with the machine. She tracked and followed certain animals.
Studying them? Right. I tracked them through their entire existence, noting which ones lived longer, very few, and how many times they mated, not very often. Their lives are very short. When I find one that's going to die when a tree falls on him or it drowns in a tar pit, I note the exact hour, minute, and second, and I shoot a paint bomb. It leaves a red patch on its side. You can't really miss it. Then I correlate our arrival so that we arrive not 2 minutes before the monster would have died anyway. This way, we kill animals that have no future and that are never going to mate again. Do you see how careful we are?
Wait, but if you came back this morning in time, you must have bumped into us. Our safari. How did it turn out? Did any of these yahoos get in my way?
Ha! I think you should be asking how I looked out there taking down that raptor.
I think the more prudent question we should be asking is if we all get hurt alive.
Speak for yourself, Evelyn.
That'd be a paradox. Time doesn't permit the sort of mess a man meeting that.
Sounds like some mumbo jumbo again. No, you see, when such occasions threaten, time steps aside. You'll see, or feel it, rather, when we're in the time machine heading back to the past.
It's like an airplane hitting an air pocket. You'll feel the machine jump just before we stop. That'll be us passing ourselves on the way back to the past. We'll see nothing. There will be no way of knowing whether we got our monster or if any of us got out alive.
Meaning you, Eccles.
Now, shooting the dinosaur.
Can these guns actually kill a dinosaur?
If you hit them right. Some dinosaurs have 2 brains, one in the head and another far down the spinal column.
We stay away from those. That's stretching luck. Put your first 2 shots into the eyes. If you can, blind them. Then go back for the brain.
Okay, any more questions now?
Let's saddle up. Helmets on.
Remember what I said, both of you.
You wish, sweet cheeks. I'm gunning for it. No exceptions.
Travis, I have a bad feeling about this one. That equipment, those guns, they could fail at any time.
Relax. We got this. Just another day in the office.
Yes, but watch it out there and be careful. Don't put all your faith in everything going as planned.
Relax, Williamson. You worry too much, and it's showing. We'll be back before you know it. A walk in the park.
All right.
Is everything okay?
All is well.
Climb aboard. All aboard.
then a night, then a day, then a night, then it's a day, night, day, night. AD 2055, AD 2019, 1999, 1957, gone! Time is a film run backwards. Suns flee and 7 million moons flee after them. So finally, they land in the Cretaceous period, some 65 million years before our current time. Our time travelers land in a steaming, sweltering, festering unknown land where anything can happen. Before we get to that, it's time for a brief intermission. Welcome back. When we last left off, our time travelers had just stepped off into the long forgotten past. It would serve to remind you all that there is some possibly faulty equipment in the mix, which can make for a very exciting, enigmatic experience. So without further ado, let's rejoin them on their prehistoric journey.
Think. Every hunter that ever lived would envy us today. Doesn't make South Africa seem like Illinois.
Remember, whatever you do not step off the path. Let's do this.
Strange. Up ahead, 60 million years. Election day over. Keith made president. Everyone celebrating. And here we are, a million years lost, and they don't exist.
Stop that! Blast you if your gun should go off.
Idiot. What did you just say to me? Oh, you didn't hear me? I'll say it a little louder for you. I called you an idiot.
Who do you think you are, lady? You're lucky I don't hit girls.
Well, you're lucky I don't hit morons.
Knock it off, you two! If one of you should fall off the path in a moment of unnecessary haste, you both need to calm down right now, or I'm calling this and we're leaving.
That's not fair. I want no part of this. You both better stop. My wife should pay $10,000 for me to go on a sightseeing trip.
Oh, Eccles, without your wife here, you're almost intimidating enough to scare a cat. I'm cool as long as both of you stay out of my way.
For the last time, babe, it's pure chance who gets the first shot, and it's gonna be me.
Enough, enough! I did not spend 10 years in college to become a babysitting safari guide for adults who behave like prepubescent quarreling tweens. Last warning, next time it happens, we are leaving. You hear?
Fine, fine.
Look everyone. The flora here is incredible. Did you know one of the hallmarks of the Cretaceous period was the development and radiation of flowering plants? On top of that, it was thought that the pollinating insects such as bees and wasps developed around the same time as the flowering flora, but now it's frequently cited as an example of coevolution.
Gosh, Eccles, you're even lamer than I thought.
Who gives a toot about some lame flower? Did you forget why we're here? Hey, I have an idea. How about you continue to poke around at all the little pretty things, and I'll take care of the beast.
Well, we'll see who gets to the last laugh. It isn't over yet. It hasn't even really begun.
True. So get your game faces on. What's the time, Trav? How long until our friend shows up?
We'll bisect his trail in 60 seconds.
I've had a tiger, wild boar, buffalo, elephant, but this is it. I'm shaking like a kid.
Yeah, well, I have 5 lions, 12 springbok, 8 elephants, and a rhino under my belt, all before I had facial hair, which I got at 10.
Safety catches off, everyone. 30 seconds. Remember, look for the red paint. Don't shoot till we give the word, and stay on the path. Ahead, in the mist, there's His Royal Majesty now.
Come on, show us your beautiful face. Hold steady now, Eccles.
Why? It could reach the moon.
Hasn't seen us yet.
to the present time.
That broad is crazy. I'm not riding back on the same machine with her. You keep her away from me.
Fine. I'm about to leave you all here for what I care.
Travis!
These fools nearly killed us. What with the fight between these two and Eccles.
Eccles, where is he? You okay over there?
Yeah, fine.
Why do you have dirt on you?
Get up.
What?
Down the path we're leaving you.
Travis!
Stay out of this.
Wait!
This idiot almost killed us, Lesperance. But isn't that so much? No. It's his shoes that ruined us. Will forfeit thousands of dollars of insurance. We guarantee no one leaves the path. He left it. Oh, the fool! Lesperance, they might revoke our license to travel. And who knows what he's done time to history. Take it easy. All he did was kick up some dirt. How do we know? It's all a mystery. Start walking, Eccles.
I'll pay anything. $100,000.
It's not about the money. It's about the potential realities that we currently face.
Please, you can't leave me here.
Travis, we can't leave him here. Fine. I'm taking his gun away, though.
I can't believe this happened. I better get my money back.
You stay away from me, crazy broad. You sit on the other side of the machine, or I swear I might push you off mid-flight.
We really need to bring this equipment issue up with Williamson and Corp. That was a close call.
If there's even a future to go back to. Travis, it's not crazy. We don't know what he's done to our fates. I'm keeping my gun with the safety off, just in case. You should be ready too, for anything. Your call. You.
What? I haven't done anything.
Who can tell?
Just run off the path. That's all. A little mud on my shoes. What do you want me to do? Get down and pray?
We might need it. I'm warning you, Eccles. I might kill you yet. Don't interrupt me. Just get on.
All aboard! Let's go home.
Back to the present, our group goes, uncertain of what kind of future they will face. Travis was not wrong to worry. No one knows what this event could have triggered down through the sands of time. The only thing left to do is wait and see we shall.
Welcome back. How was your trip? Hurry, tell me. Oh, wait. You can tell me everything at dinner after curfew.
What?
Did you bump your wonderful little head when you were being all brave and all that? Curfew starts at 5. You know that. Besides, I need to run to the market before we go home. They found out a new way to grow apples again. Oh, I'm going to make you the best apple pie.
Yes! Apples! Oh, how I've missed their sweet, crispy taste.
I know. They could never replicate the actual flavor in the genetically engineered ones.
What the? Apples? Are you guys pulling some kind of inside hippie joke or something?
Not that I'm agreeing with Doofus over here, but what's the fuss? What's so great about apples?
Seriously? Did you all bump your heads?
Yeah, guys, knock it off. We all know all food crops were destroyed after the incident. Lost to time till now.
Why is the sky that color? I've never seen that before. It's only 4 o'clock, but it looks like it's dark, hazy, dusk. And what's up with the skyline? It looks different. All right, that's enough. You know the sky has always been that color now. Ever since.
Ever since what?
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? What's going on?
I said enough already.
Who won the presidential election yesterday?
You're joking. You all know very well, Kristoff. We have an Iron Man now. A man with guts. Not that fool, weakling Keith. We are in nuclear war right now. We need a man that'll bomb the heck out of the other guys.
Nuclear war? When? How? Not a little thing like that. Not a butterfly. A butterfly can't ruin everything. Can we make it alive again? Can we take it back? Can we make it alive again? Can we?
Well, quite a sad turn of events we have here. Who would have thought that something as seemingly insignificant as a dead butterfly would be enough to upset the balance of time? Alas, that is the case. And it serves as a lesson to all of us. What we do in this life, no matter how big or how small, echoes through eternity and sets into motion events we can't even begin to understand. So think. Think about what you do, and think about what you say. For the implications of those things can have consequences far beyond the telling. Learn from Mr. Eccles' mistakes. Pay attention. Listen. Strive for greatness. Be careful where you place your feet, and make sure to leave this world better than you found it.